Morning. Today we can talk about magnetostatics. This is the one of the module in the electrostatics and magnetostatics paper or electrodynamics paper. So we can start with the magnetostatics here. So what is magnetostatics? The first thing is magnetostatics. So you might have heard about electrostatics. What is electrostatics? In electrostatics, and you have about two terms, electrostatics and electrodynamics. And in electrostatics, you can see that the source charge. There are two types of charges we are dealing with. One is the source charge and the other is the test charge. And source charge is usually rest in an electrostatics. That is static. That means there is no motion. But the test charge can be moved. And we are dealing with the source charges, and the source charges are at rest in an electrostatics. So what is the difference between electrostatics and magnetostatics? Magnetostatics deals with the moving charges. Even though the name is magnetostatics, here we are dealing with the moving charges, but they are in a constant velocity. That means we are dealing with the steady currents. That is, the current is not varying with the time. If the current is varying with the time, then you can call it as electrodynamics. So here we are dealing with, in magnetostatics, we are dealing with steady currents. Connected with. So the current is flowing in this direction here, from the positive to the negative. So usually the direction of the current is, we are mentioning the direction of flow of the positive charges, and or it is in the opposite direction of the electrons or negative charges. So if we are passing the current through this wire, we can see that the wire will stay apart or it will move apart. So it will move. When this happens, we are flowing the current, then you can see that the wire is moving apart. So the current here in this section of the wire is in upward direction, in this section it is downward direction. So the currents are in opposite direction in both the section of the wire. That is, in the wire 1 we can mention it as wire 1 and it is wire 2. So the current flowing is in the opposite direction. So what is the why these two wires are staying apart when the current is flowing through this wire? Similarly, when we are dealing with another session, that is we have a positive similar end. So just think that the wire is connected like this. So the direction will also in this direction. So here you can see that the current here is in the parallel direction. But when we are connecting like this, we are just twisting the wire here. That is the only difference between this and that wire. So what will happen when you are setting like this? You can see that the two wires are close together. So in this case, the current flowing is in the anti-parallel direction or in the opposite direction. Then the wires are moving apart. And when these two currents are in the same direction, the two sessions, then you can see that the wires will attract or it will come close together. So what is the difference between all these things? So why here it happens and here like this? That is our question. the source charge, some Q1. It is having some electric field around this. If this is a positive charge, then the field is going outside. And if it is a negative charge, the field is coming into the charge. Anyway, there is an electric field around the charge. So when we are taking a test charge Q in this field, it will experience a force due to the field of the source charge Q1. So this is exerting some field, or this is having some field around this charge we are having. And when we are taking some source charge into this field, then the source charge will experience a force, and also this charge also will experience a force due to the field of this Q. This is in the case of electrostatics. So similarly, when we are placing a current carrying wire in the field of another wire, so when the current is flowing in this direction, this wire will exert, or this wire will produce some magnetic field. So this is the flowing current. Usually the flowing current or moving charges produce magnetic field. So if this current is moving, so due to this wire there is a magnetic field. So what is the direction of that magnetic field? And if this second portion is placed in the magnetic field of the first wire, and the first wire is placed in the magnetic field of the second wire. So what is the direction of field? What is the direction of, there may be a force of repulsion here, and here there may be a force of attraction. That is the difference. So how here the force is repulsive and how the force here is attractive. So we can take this case. So what is the direction of the magnetic field? The direction of the magnetic field in a current carrying wire will be given by the right hand thumb rule. That is, when we are placing our thumb in the direction of the current, or the direction of the velocity, or the direction of the positive charge, then our fingers, if you curl our fingers, then these fingers will indicate the direction of the magnetic field. So here the current is going in the upward direction. So when I am placing my finger, then I am placing my fingers in the curling position. So the direction of these fingers will indicate the direction of the magnetic field. So here the magnetic field is around the wire. So the magnetic field here is around the wire. So that is in this direction. Upward, so the magnetic field is in the field is curling around the wire. So this is curling around. The fingers will indicate the direction of the magnetic field. So in that, so what is the direction here? In between the two wires, the direction of field is into the page. So it is curling. So the direction of field is into the page here. So this section will experience, or this wire is in the magnetic field of the first wire. So the field here is into the page. So when the field is into the page, then the force acting on this wire is in this direction. How it happens? You can use the right hand rule here. That is, forefinger in the direction of velocity or the direction of current. So here in this case, the current is this current flowing is in this direction. So this is in the field of the first wire. So if I am placing my forefinger in the direction of this current here, so I can place my forefinger in the direction of the current, or in the direction of the motion of the positive charges. Then my middle finger in the direction of field, then my thumb will indicate the direction of the force. So this is the velocity direction, or the current motion of the or the current direction of the current, and and this is the direction of the magnetic field, then this thumb will give the direction of force. So we can just place our fingers in accordance with this figure. So the current is in the downward direction, that is the forefinger, and the field is into the page, so my middle finger is into the page. So my thumb will indicate the direction of force, and the force is due to the first wire on the second wire. So the first wire will exert a force on the second wire in this direction, so the wire will move in this direction. So what is the direction of field due to the second wire? So you can see that we can use the thumb rule here, right hand thumb rule. So the direction of current is in this direction. So again here the direction of the magnetic field in this clockwise direction here. Here the direction of the magnetic field is in the anti-clockwise direction. Here the direction of current. So my fingers are turning in this way. So that direction is in this way. So it is in the clockwise direction. So in between these two wires, here also the fingers are in this direction. So the field here is into the page again. So the field due to the second wire is also into the page. So the direction of force, we can apply the right hand rule. That means we can point our forefinger in the direction of velocity, or the direction of motion of the positive charges, or the direction of current. Then our middle finger into the direction of the field. So the direction of field due to the second wire is into the page. Then this thumb will indicate the direction of force. That means here due to this second wire, the direction of field is into the page. The motion of the current in this first wire is in this direction. So the thumb will indicate the direction of force. That is, the force acting on the first wire due to the field produced by the second wire is in this direction. So it is in this direction. So the two wires will move apart in this case. Similarly, we can see that what happened to this wire. So here again, the direction of current is in this direction. So the field due to the first wire is into the page. But here the direction of current is in the upward direction. So we have to place our forefinger in the direction of current, our middle finger in the direction of the field. Here the field is into the page. Then the force experienced by the second wire due to the magnetic field of the first wire is in this direction. So the wire will move in this direction. Similarly, the field produced by this second wire, the second section is in the direction. That means you can use the thumb in this direction. So the fingers will represent the direction of the fingers will represent the direction of the magnetic field. So this is in this direction. That means this is in the clockwise direction. So the field due to the second wire is out of the page. Out of the page. That means the field is out of the page. Out of the page. The current is in the upward direction. Here current is in the upward direction. So the field is out of the page here. So in that magnetic field we are placing the first wire. So what is the direction of force in this first wire due to the second wire? You can see that the direction of the current here is in the upward direction. So this current is, or this wire is placed in the magnetic field, and this magnetic field is acting out of the page due to the second wire. So the thumb will indicate the direction of motion of the force, or direction of the force. So the first wire will experience a force which is into the plane, which is into the right side, into this side. So these two wires, the force acting on the second wire due to the first is in this direction, and the force acting on the first wire due to the second wire is in this direction. The force acting on the second wire due to the first wire is in this direction. So this both will attract each other. So you can see that depending upon the direction of direction of force here. We can define, or we can calculate, or we can measure, or we can determine the direction of field due to the using the right hand thumb rule, and the direction of force using the right hand rule. That is, the fingers will represent the direction of current, or the direction of motion of the positive charges. Then here it is this is the direction of the magnetic field. Then our thumb will indicate the direction of force. So we can use, or we can give an equation for the magnetic force acting. So what is that equation? So you can use the magnetic force acting will be given by the charge into V cross B. That is, this is the cross product. That is why we are dealing with the direction. We have to set the direction. So the direction of force will be perpendicular to both the magnetic field and velocity, or the direction of the current or positive charges. So the direction of force will given by the V cross B. Then if the charge Q is a negative charge, then you have to use the negative here. So this is the direction of the current. So here you have to take the direction of motion of the positive charges. Then you have to multiply that with the what is the charge here. Okay. So this equation is given as the force acting, or the magnetic force, and this is known as Lorentz force law. This is known as the Lorentz force law. So this is the force on the charge Q is given by the Lorentz force law. And if there is an electric and magnetic field acting together, then the total force is given by the force due to the electric field is Q into E, or the electrostatic force is Q into E plus Q into V cross V, which will be equal to Q into E plus V cross V. So this is the total force acting on a charge Q. If there is a flow of current and this charge is placed in the electric field there, if there is a presence of both electric and magnetic field, then the total force on a charge Q can be given by this equation. F is equal to Q into E plus V cross V. So here, if the charge is moving with the velocity v, then the force is given by this equation, Q into V cross V, and if the charge is moving with the velocity v, then you can take the Lorentz force here. This is the force law, magnetic force. Then the total force is given by QE plus Q into V cross V. That is, F is equal to Q